I came from Dokolo district.
Joan Akira is a 25-year-old single parent living in Chebando. She's a mother of 2 children and a breadwinner at the moment.
You eat for 4 days. You don't eat to get satisfied, but you eat to sleep, or you eat to kill the hunger only.
At the crow of a rooster in the morning, depending on what she has to do for the day, Joan participates in house chores and prepares for work.
Well, I usually wake up at 5 or 4. When I see the utensils are dirty, that day I wake up at 4. I make sure that I set the sigiri. When the tea porridge is on fire, I'm washing the utensils. Because looking at these children, I don't also want her to keep on doing this. She has to participate on children, as you know how Kampala is.
Joan was a married woman with 2 children and a loving husband until COVID-19 hit. Every stone was left unturned, including families. Joan's family was among the many families that were left hopeless, hoping against hope. Her husband was left jobless.
We rent the house. Do you know that you remove this clothes you're putting on? That is what you're going to sleep with it for 1 month.
Joan Akira is schooled and a graduate from Jim Ssekasi Institute with a certificate in catering. Although the unemployment rate in Uganda continues to grow, as a mother with responsibilities weighing her down, Joan decided to look for work to make 2 ends meet.
I used to go and wash the plate in the hotel. She could give me 5,000 per day. So that 5,000, I told her that you be safe, you just be leaving that 5,000 day until this holidays end. Then you give it to me. That is how I support myself. And remember, it was good. It was a government school. We were paying 80,000.
In pursuit of business, Joan utilized the blessing of harvesting simsim from her village at low prices. Little did she know that it was time to make fortunes. She drew up a marketing strategy for her simsim business and started with 50,000 shillings, but the returns were 800,000 Ugandan shillings after sale.
I could putting the simsim on my head like 15 kilos. I could just put and I carry on my head up to Nalia. Others I could take to Nasana when they called me, because I have many customers for simsim by then.
Simsim was a growing business for Joan even when she had to foot in and out of Kampala to deliver products to her customers. Like an English saying that hard work pays, a good Samaritan donated a bicycle to Joan to simplify her work of vending simsim to her clients within Kampala and at the outskirts of the city.
Then he told me, I have the bicycle. Do you know how to ride? I told him yes. He told me, Joan, really, you know how to ride the bicycle? And that the first day I went with the bicycle, when I carried the baby on the back, then he refused. He refused. Then I told him, no, don't refuse, I can. And he said, no, Joan, they will knock you. This is Kampala.
With a young family also taking care of her sister and brother, life was hellish for Joan in Kampala. But that was not an end in itself. She never lost hope. She carried on the mantle despite of the glaring disappointments in the business world. She has become a jack of many trades and a master of many. As a smart, independent woman, Joan is still hopeful that she can make it with the simsim business. She prays for a miracle of 500,000 Ugandan shillings to invest again.
When I get money, I want to go back to my business, because every time, even yesterday, I have like 5 customers. They were asking for simsim, and I have nothing. And again, to make it worse, in this January, in that 50 again, I did 100,000. I divided 50. I went and started bringing Ginat. So again, now call for Ginat is call. You have Ginat, bring for me this kilo. But now I'm just down. I have nothing to.
How much would you need?
This business, how much I would need. Because now, if it was those days when they have just harvested, even 500 I can make it. But now you can see simsim. When I'm going to buy to those customers, I used to buy for them. Yeah, last week I asked them, they told me they can give me at 3,500. That is simsim.
Joan Akira can be mistaken for a small meager until you see her in traffic jam fighting to make her way through to get to her job on time. It is a sad sight when Joan, with her daughter on her back, A 1.5-year-old baby literally scampers for her life to save her child and also maneuver through traffic jam. On her mind, she needs to get to work on time. But the daunting experience of no respect of persons on the road and the weakness of the bicycle as a mode of transport is heartbreaking.
If I'm on my right way, no one can knock me. And when I know that you're crossing, I have to make sure that I'm also steady in me. Like you see in that jam, you find many people are sending the money to give us, but we don't have time. There is a motorcycle in front, there is a motorcycle behind, there is others are crossing. So to avoid that, I have to leave the money, let it go. Then I make the life of people safe. I don't.
Woman. There's been so many speculations and insults hurled at her for putting her child in harm's way by riding her bicycle. If only people knew why her bicycle is her lifesaver, and yet even with the bicycle, that chapter is about to be closed.
And this very much is in need of his bicycle back.
He wants his bicycle.
He wants his bicycle. As you need your bicycle, let me also fight. I get also my own bicycle. Because I was thinking that in this 100,000 I could save and I do business and I save some money and I get my own bicycle. But nothing. It's nothing completely in my hand. There's nothing. I take time to sleep because you can come back, you find that maybe the landlord is coming now. Sometimes I could enter in the house and I tell them that when the landlord comes, you said she has not yet come back. And she can come and hear knocking. Habeno, I told them, my sister could say that my sister is not around. She has not yet come back. Today she has delayed. You tell her that the landlord has come.
Even with the problems surrounding her, she remains with a motherly touch. Her children are her life. And even as a single parent, Joan will still do all it takes to lead by example and fend for her family. Her hope is to see her children be as hardworking as herself and yet live a better life she hasn't lived.
I want her to see what I do. That you have to use your force to get money, not to sell yourself and you get money. I want Shalom to learn. Shalom is a girl. She has to know that Mommy used to go and wash people's clothes. Now today I don't have money. Let me look for somebody's clothes I wash instead of going with the man and gives you money. That is what I don't want Shalom to learn.
Despite all these challenges, Joan still walks with her head high. Her dream is to see her children grow up and succeed in life. Her motto, there is no permanent situation.
Actually, they can do to make them strong, but not like the way I did it. Because for me, I'm doing it for their future. I'm aiming towards their future. That's why I'm doing that. But if I get money, I will make sure that they study and they also get a better job.
Sharon Chomjisha and Gloria Guitabinji, UBC TV.